Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in the most dangerous country in the world? Imagine a place where danger lurks at every corner, where the threat of violence is so prevalent that it becomes a part of everyday life. This is the reality for many Venezuelans living in what's often referred to as the most dangerous country in the world. Venezuela, a country blessed with an abundance of natural resources, is paradoxically plagued with one of the highest crime rates globally. Here, the citizens live under the constant shadow of fear, with crime and violence seeping into the fabric of their daily lives. Living in Venezuela is akin to walking a tightrope, where one wrong move could spell disaster. Caracas, the capital city, is particularly notorious for its high crime rates. Street crimes, such as muggings and theft, are common occurrences, and sadly, more serious crimes like kidnapping and homicide are not unheard of either. But what makes Venezuela particularly dangerous is not just the high crime rate, but also the lack of effective law enforcement. Corruption is rampant within the police force, with many officers involved in illicit activities themselves. This leaves the citizens in a state of perpetual insecurity, with no one to turn to in times of crisis. The safety concerns in Venezuela extend beyond just crime. The country's economy is in shambles, with hyperinflation making basic necessities unaffordable for many. This has led to widespread poverty and desperation, further fueling the cycle of crime and violence. But amid this chaos, the Venezuelan people show an admirable spirit of resilience. They continue to go about their daily lives, navigating the challenges and dangers with a courage that is both inspiring and heartbreaking. Yet, the question remains, how does one survive in such a hostile environment? How do Venezuelans cope with the constant threats to their safety and well-being? The answers to these questions are complex and multifaceted, much like the country itself. Living in such a hostile environment is a reality for many Venezuelans. This is not just a tagline for a documentary, but a stark reminder of the harsh realities that many people around the world face every day. It's a call for understanding, empathy, and action. Because no one should have to call the most dangerous country in the world their home. Did you know that former President Hugo Chavez once banned singing in the shower? Yes, you heard that right. In a bid to conserve water during a severe drought in Venezuela, Chavez urged his citizens to limit their showers to 3 minutes and absolutely forbade singing, which he believed led to longer showers. But that's not all. Chavez also declared every Friday a non-working day, his rationale, to save electricity amid a power crisis. He even had the Venezuelan time zone moved back half an hour, asserting it would allow children to wake up for school in daylight, thus promoting better learning. Chavez also made waves in the world of fashion. He banned Coke Zero for its harmful content and put a stop to the import of luxury cars, all in the name of equality. These laws may seem strange, but they were part of Chavez's vision for Venezuela. This vision, however, had its complexities and contradictions, which we'll explore further in the coming segments. Why is everything so expensive in Venezuela? A question that seems simple on the surface, but the answer dives deep into the heart of Venezuela's economic crisis. This South American nation, blessed with the world's largest proven oil reserves, is currently mired in a profound economic crisis. The roots of this crisis are complex and multifaceted, but 3 primary factors stand out: hyperinflation, currency devaluation, and economic mismanagement. Hyperinflation, the rapid and excessive increase in prices, has become the norm in Venezuela. It's like being on a never-ending roller coaster ride where the value of money plummets while prices skyrocket. This creates a paradoxical situation where a cup of coffee can cost millions of bolivars, the local currency, making everyday living an uphill battle. Next, we have currency devaluation. The bolivar has been in a free fall for years. Imagine waking up one day and finding that your life savings are worth less than the day before. This is the harsh reality for many Venezuelans who see their purchasing power diminish daily. Finally, let's touch on economic mismanagement. Venezuela's economy has been heavily reliant on oil revenues, a precarious situation made worse by a lack of diversification. When oil prices dropped dramatically, the economy took a nosedive. Mismanagement and corruption only exacerbated the situation, leading to a scarcity of basic goods and services. This economic crisis has had devastating effects on the Venezuelan people. Poverty and hunger are rampant, with many people struggling to afford even the most basic necessities. The crisis has also sparked a massive exodus, with millions of Venezuelans leaving their homeland in search of better opportunities. Yet amidst all this, the spirit of the Venezuelan people remains unbroken. They continue to hope, to dream, and to fight for a better future. So why is everything so expensive in Venezuela? It's a tale of economic missteps, of a currency in freefall, and of an economy unable to meet the needs of its people. Despite its vast natural resources, Venezuela's economy is in a dire state. What role do mafia clans play in Venezuela's society? Now, that's a question that's at the heart of understanding the country's precarious security situation. These clandestine organizations have had a profound influence on Venezuela's societal structure, often acting as shadowy puppet masters, manipulating the strings of power and control. In a country where the economy is in turmoil, the mafia has seized the opportunity to expand its operations. Their hands are in everything, from drug trafficking to illegal mining, even controlling food distribution in some areas. This isn't just about profit, it's about power. The power to control resources, the power to influence decisions, and ultimately the power to shape the destiny of a nation. The impact of these mafia clans on Venezuela's security situation cannot be overstated. They have bred fear, mistrust, and insecurity, turning the country into a lawless playground where the rule of the gun often supersedes the rule of law. In Venezuela, the mafia wields considerable power and influence. Who was Hugo Chavez and how did he shape Venezuela? Let's take a dive into the past to understand the impact of this larger-than-life figure on the nation of Venezuela. Hugo Chavez, a charismatic leader and a passionate speaker, served as the president of Venezuela from 1999 until his untimely demise in 2013. His presidency was marked by the introduction of the Bolivarian Revolution, a social movement that aimed to implement popular democracy, economic independence, and an equitable distribution of wealth. Under Chavez, a new constitution was adopted, which increased rights for marginalized groups and expanded the role of the state in the economy. His government nationalized key sectors such as oil, steel, and telecommunications, which led to initial economic growth and a reduction in poverty rates. But as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. On the flip side, Chavez's policies heavily relied on high oil prices for their success. When oil prices plummeted, so did Venezuela's economy. His economic policies, combined with a lack of investment in the country's oil industry, led to a massive economic crisis that the country is still grappling with today. Furthermore, Chavez's style of governance, often described as authoritarian, led to a concentration of power in the presidency. Critics argue that his leadership undermined democratic institutions and led to political polarization, contributing to the current political instability in the country. In the end, Chavez's policies and leadership style left a lasting impact on Venezuela. While he is revered by many for his social programs and efforts to empower the poor, others blame him for the economic turmoil and political crisis that have plagued the country in recent years. His death marked the end of an era, but the effects of his presidency continue to reverberate through the nation. His legacy, both the good and the bad, is deeply intertwined with the present reality of Venezuela. Chavez's legacy is deeply ingrained in Venezuela's current situation. How do Venezuelans manage to survive in such difficult conditions? A question that often haunts the minds of those who gaze upon this once prosperous nation now gripped by crisis. In the face of food shortages, many Venezuelans have become adept at making the most of what they have. They've turned to urban farming, transforming their balconies and rooftops into small patches of green where they grow vegetables and herbs. It's a testament to their resourcefulness, a way to supplement their diets in a country where grocery store shelves are often bare. And then there's bartering. In a country where the currency has lost most of its value, Venezuelans have resorted to this age-old practice. From exchanging homegrown produce for essential goods to swapping services, bartering has become a lifeline for many. In the face of soaring prices, Venezuelans have also become masters of repair and reuse. Nothing is considered disposable. Broken appliances, torn clothing, old furniture, everything is fixed, patched up, repurposed. It's a necessity that has bred innovation, a way to stretch every bolivar as far as it can go. Then there's the underground economy, a network of informal markets where goods are bought and sold outside of government control. Here, Venezuelans can find everything from food to medicine, often at prices significantly lower than in government-regulated stores. It's risky, yes, but for many, it's the only way to make ends meet. But it's not just about physical survival. Venezuelans have found strength in their communities, in their shared struggle. Amid the hardship, there's a sense of solidarity, of mutual support. Neighbors look out for each other, share what they have. It's this spirit of resilience that keeps them going, that gives them hope. Despite the hardships, Venezuelans continue to show resilience and resourcefulness in the face of adversity. They continue to find ways to survive, to thrive even, in the most challenging of circumstances. They are a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, people find a way to endure.